This video is inspired by Jack Hopkins, also known as the CEO of Testosterone, and I have to address the fact that it is quite a long time since last time I put out a YouTube video, and concerning where I am in my life, I'm nowhere as near as where I want to be, the place in my life. Today is my birthday, 30th of July. I'm just today 29 years of age, and just like I said, I'm the place where I am in my life. It's not optimal. It is quite far from the ideal life I would wished, or I would best liked myself to be, like in many criteria. So my personal life, last year I was working at a food and beverage. I was working a part-time job that was only for like 3.5 months in the second half of the year 2023. I was working at a burger place, and long story short, I just found out for myself that I wanted to pursue a career in acting, like as in cinema, and so I applied to a theater school, and fortunately I got accepted. It's not a school of very high reputation, but just putting that aside, fortunately I got accepted, and I've been thinking a lot of things have been going on my mind, and especially, like, I could give many excuses, but to be just saying it frankly and honestly from my heart, I found out that the industry, I know there are great people, like some of the actors I really just look up to sincerely. Jim Carrey, maybe Charlie Chaplin, and a handful of others. Anyways, sometimes I feel I am very quick to just perceive the surroundings, and then sometimes I feel I get a little too to the extreme sides, like. Anyways, excuse me for being not very organized in my wordings and the topics. I will be just jumping around because my mind is quite I don't know the proper word. My mind is quite busy. Not quite busy, but you will get what I mean. Anyways, like I said in the beginning of this video was inspired by Jack Hopkins, the English guy on YouTube. He has like 160K subscribers, and last night I was watching a podcast of How to Beast. I don't know the guy's last name, but his name is David something. And on How to Beast podcast was Jack Hopkins as the guest, and it was 2023 podcast. So, and at that point, Jack Hopkins, he said he was 24 years old, and he was making a bunch of money, and that made me pretty anxious. And really, like, there's a saying, people say there goes a saying, like, everybody has their own timings and their own season in life, and it's all different for all the different individuals. So one doesn't have to feel left behind or something like that. But just, I mean, you're so there. So sayings like some people are late bloomers, some are not, etc. Well, those things are very very nice to listen to, but just me personally, I've been I've been doing some retrospect on my life, and all the many uh, opportunities that I have missed upon. Some partly intentionally, and partly maybe due to the other factors, whatever the reason might have been. I really was retrospecting, and I felt really anxious, but in a good way though. And so I found out. It's not that I found out. Jack Hopkins on that podcast, he said he was determined to leave his hometown, and he went to Thailand with like $10,000, and there he was training Muay Thai, and at one point he met Hamza. And for your information, Hamza was a YouTuber since 2019, and speaking of Jack Hopkins made his first YouTube video in 2022, June of 2022, and that was like that was like a wake up call for myself, because and because I myself also had made my first video in June of 2022, and so yeah. And what I was trying to say was that Jack Hopkins said he put out 150 videos in 150 days. So that is super consistent, right? And in that podcast with How to Beast, Jack Hopkins also said that reaching that 150th day that he was consistent on posting videos on YouTube, maybe not precisely that day, but at that point of the 150th day, he said he already had 40,000 subscribers and making 10K a month. So yeah. I am happy for myself that I finally got out of just being addicted to fapping and watching porn, and back in 2022, because that was when I actually February of 2022 was when I was really taking this serious for myself, and I really did. That was the start of my 13-month streak of just hard mode, no fap, and just cutting off porn cold turkey. And but I'm not gonna just be gratified with that alone. I am, like I said, in many criteria. I'm just nowhere near I want to be in life, and like in financial stuff also, and like I could make a lot of excuses. I was and all I have is this rent deposit. I don't know though, because since English is not my first language, I don't know the proper vocabulary, and there's a specific some odd type of system, that is rent system, that is unique to South Korea, which where I am living in, and all that I have is a deposit of deposit of a house that is worth how many dollars? 90K. I'm about to because the contract is ending this month. I'm about to get the cash back. So at that point, I'm trying to do something else, something far more productive than what I am doing right now. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to keep my word, like. But just that alone, Jack Hopkins saying that he was able to produce, and he was able to just upload 150 videos in 150 days. That was like a really like a catalyst for me. Like you can see, I have worse skin than before when I was on better streaks. Honestly, I was on and off semen retention recently. I was pressured a lot from many things. I can't just give account just too detailed, because it would take too long, take too much time, and like, yeah, I still did not quit on working out. I do like workouts like twice a week. I'm not slacking on that, but I really want to be whole, and just some things that are a little too taboo, that people maybe are able to observe, and they do not just utter, or they do not just say it on public settings or whatnot. But what I observed watching that podcast on how to beast was that, I don't know exactly how old that guy is, the host of the podcast, David something, and I just, according to my personal observation, I just felt like I just had this gut feeling. I just intuitively felt that that guy David, he was like I reckon he's like 5 or 6 years older than Jack Hopkins, and I could feel that he was a little bit jealous of the fact that at such a younger age Jack was able to build up his own life, and just become stronger. Just the fact that he had become a stronger man, in not stronger than anyone else, but not like comparing to Jack himself, how he had become a very strong man in possibly all the aspects in life. I could just feel it, but people are, those subtle things, people just don't say it out loud a lot of the times. But I wanted to point that out, and that was also the very intriguing part, a little part of that, watching that podcast. And yeah, like I said, I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to keep my word, but still I'm gonna say it, even if I fail to keep my word. I am going to post 150 videos in the following 150 days. So the end of that will be when this is 30th of July. So yeah, the end of that will be just clean cut New Year's Eve, something like that. The the end of this year, 2024. So if you resonate, or if you feel what I just said, and yeah, please become a subscriber. That helps a lot. And uh, I will follow up with another videos and some hopefully more helpful videos for you guys watching, yeah, surely for myself also. Yeah, thanks guys for watching, and have a good day, and wish me well, and I wish you guys well, and just stay strong, and just resist the temptations of the world, and become a stronger man in every aspect possible. Please do, like, you in every by every aspect, I mean, like, you could cold approach girls more, and just you could look smacks, and like I said, I have worse skin than, like, say 4 or 5 months before. Like, I've been just having too much junk food, and it's just I was just missing out. I was just not disciplined enough as the better times that I did. That gives me some pain mentally, but, like, what can one person do? I can only do, like, one step by one step from now on. Okay, my name is King David, and I am your semen retention wingman, I would say. Thanks, you guys. Thanks again. I love you. Bye, and be strong in the Lord. And yeah, be strong. Bye. Peace.